Good morning and happy Monday. I'm so excited to be with you today because we're diving into loving affirmations. These are meant to be a support for you throughout your day or just in your morning, figuring out what works for you. If you haven't worked with affirmations before, they're a phrase or a statement that we repeat to ourselves in our mind, or you can repeat it out loud, or you can write it down multiple times. Repetition is kind of key here. The idea is that when we use affirmations, it helps shift our default setting. So over time, we have thoughts, and these thoughts become familiar, and then those familiar thoughts become kind of true to us or they become beliefs. And actively, right now, our minds, to be honest, they kind of wander or spiral. I don't know about you, but mine tends to ruminate or go to maybe worst case scenario. And our minds do all of this sometimes without our permission or us thinking about it. So affirmations are a way for us to begin to bring some intentionality into it, begin to program something different, a different story to use as a tool. In my teacher training, we used mantras. Mantras are translated from Sanskrit to a mind tool. And so here we're going to be using this as a mantra, or a lot of people use the word affirmation, something to affirm something within ourselves. And then we'll repeat these to ourselves as a way to kind of interrupt that loop, that rumination, that spiraling, whatever you notice is your pattern. And by doing affirmations or using mantras, it creates new pathways in our brains, and a way for us to give ourselves new options, a new way of thinking, a new way of showing up for ourselves, to the moment, to hard thoughts, to hard things in life that come up. And it's just offering our mind a softer place, a kinder, more compassionate and loving place to be. So, in this month of love, today we're going to do our first affirmation, and I wrote it down here so I didn't forget it. And the affirmation that we're going to use today is I give myself permission to be human. This one is kind of like the simplest thing in the world, but we don't think about it often. We don't think about our humanness, other people's humanness, and we get stuck in, again, those loops, negative comparison or blame or whatever our minds just so instinctively and naturally do. It's okay when and if your mind does that. Mine does it every day. And then we can bring this affirmation in and say, I give myself permission to be human. Right? Can we take a breath and repeat that to ourselves? I give myself permission to be human. And maybe you repeat that several times to yourself this morning. Maybe you write it out. Maybe you say it out loud, or maybe you take 2 to 3 minutes to just sit here in stillness and repeat this to yourself. And throughout the day, anytime you have or you notice, right, that mindfulness comes up, or you notice that you're being cruel or mean with that voice inside of yourself, or maybe you're being cruel or mean to somebody outside of you, maybe a coworker or a friend or partner, take a pause and repeat this to yourself. You can even just do it internally, or you can repeat it outside. You can say, I give myself permission to be human, or I give you permission to be human. We are all human here. We all make mistakes. And within giving yourself permission to be human, there's a lot of other affirmations that can come out. That is going to be the main one that we practice today. But things that could come out of that is, I give myself permission to move at my own pace. If you notice that you're criticizing yourself for moving too slow or too fast or making mistakes, I give myself permission to move at my own pace. I give myself permission to have limits or to have needs. Like that can fall under being human. Or I give myself the right to be worthy of love, right? This whole month we're practicing love. Or, I give myself permission to meet myself with kindness today. And all of that falls under our affirmation of the day, which is I give myself permission to be human today. Notice when this comes up for you today, if you repeat it to yourself, if it helps you in any way, comment down below maybe just our affirmation. I give myself permission to be human today, or maybe how this affirmation makes you feel. I would love to know how you feel today down below in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up, a like if you found any value here, or if you enjoyed having a wake up buddy. I'm so grateful that you're here. I look forward to sharing another affirmation with you tomorrow, and I hope you have the most wonderful day.